Hey guys, we finally received our first Game of Thrones Season 8 trailer, and after breaking it down, it's time for the theories. The most mysterious part of the trailer is this shot of Tyrion. Notice how there's no snow around him, and yet at the end of Season 7 there's snow everywhere, from Winterfell to King's Landing. The entire trailer mostly includes scenes from the first 3 episodes, but this shot right here might be the only shot from the Game of Thrones finale after the Night King's been defeated. Is he confirming some leaks regarding his fate that we've had for a few months now, one would wonder, but his look does imply that things are not going very well for himself at this point. And right after that we have Drogon burning someone alive. Could that someone be Tyrion, who is sentenced to death? Some of you may or may not know that all the info about this trailer has been leaked a few days before the trailer was even released. We know exact day and hour it would be released, as well as all the key scenes it would feature. It was leaked by Freaky Doctor, who also leaked the entire Season 7. Regarding this final Season 8, beside leaking trailer info that turned out to be 100% true, he also leaked Tyrion's fate and death a few months ago, and this trailer seems to be supporting his claim, as if he doesn't already have high credibility. However, if you don't want such a huge event to be spoiled to you, you should close this video. Anyways, Freaky Doctor finally got some info regarding the final season a few months ago and he shared it. It's about the final plot twist of the series that will take place in the Season 8 finale. It's about Tyrion Lannister, whose intelligence, humor and wit made him fans' favorite character. However, he will apparently end as a traitor, and will face a trial at the Dragon Pit for that, which will result with his death. Tyrion will be on trial for betraying Dany over his family, Cersei Lannister, and not only because of that, but because he also burned down King's Landing to the ground. In details, Freaky Doctor says that before trial, Tyrion's taking a walk with Jon and Davos in King's Landing. This is before trial, and it's the aftermath of the destruction of the city. There are dead bodies everywhere, a lot of innocent people. The camera pans to Tyrion, showing him horrified, thinking to himself, what have I done? This actually matches with leaked photos in which we see King's Landing set completely destroyed and burned down. Tyrion is responsible for the burning of King's Landing, and according to the leak there were not even Whites or White Walkers inside the city walls when this burning took place. Why did he do it? It says that Tyrion's main and only objective was to kill the people of King's Landing, all 1 million of them. Tyrion's objective was to avoid the city population from turning into Whites. Tyrion probably thought the Night King would end up taking the capital, so he decided to burn it, and its 1 million population in order to prevent the Night King from creating a huge army that would probably be hard to defeat at that point. Many will die, including some main characters. Who we know will certainly survive are the characters who are being on Tyrion's trial: Bran, Sansa, Yara, Robin, Sam, Brienne, Grey Worm, Davos and 2 mysterious characters. Out of those not present on the trial, Missandei, Jon and Dany are also alive at this point, but are somewhere else. Jon's even taken a walk with Tyrion earlier in this episode. Among the survivors is Arya Stark, who will also attend the trial, but she almost met her end. During the destruction, Arya is caught in the fire of King's Landing, but manages to escape survive. Did Tyrion confess his guilt while taking a walk with Jon and Davos across the demolished capital? Did the horrified look Tyrion had while overlooking all the lifeless bodies of all the innocent people gave him away? It's Bran and his 3-eyed raven skills that's going to be an end for Tyrion. The source says that Bran has a talk with Sansa. Bran is the one who tells of Tyrion's betrayal to others. Tyrion will then be imprisoned and put under a trial. How I see it happening is Jon and Davos showing Tyrion all the lifeless bodies of hundreds of thousands of innocent people, basically showing him what he has done, and then at the end of the road they reveal to him they know it's him who caused it, imprisoning him and locking him down. However, nor Jon nor Dany will decide his fate, as they are not judges of the trial. They won't even attend it. In the charge of a trial is Sir Davos Seaworth. He is the judge, accompanied with all the Starks, Sansa, Arya and Bran Stark. There are also Samwell Tarly, Robin Arryn, Brienne of Tarth, Yara, Grey Worm and 2 new characters, one of them wearing a golden armor, who is either someone from Dorne or the Golden Company commander. The other wears green clothes, possibly being Howland Reed. Tyrion is a traitor and is being judged in the Game of Thrones finale. He has betrayed Dany and has sided with his family. But how is it possible, one would ask? Well, actually it's all been happening before our eyes. As most of us would claim, Tyrion has done everything he could to aid in the rise of Dany Targaryen, the queen he believes can bring stability to Westeros. Her cause is the one he believes in. He's tried to keep her from making rash, violent decisions, so that she can be seen as a ruler the realm needs. But has he truly been fighting for the best of Dany? Has he really been making decisions that will bring Dany one step closer towards the throne? Just the opposite. Tyrion's been fighting for House Lannister throughout the entire Season 7 and we've all witnessed it. Tyrion's been preventing House Lannister from falling during the entire past season. Because of Tyrion and his war plans, Dany has lost most of her allies, and her strength has drastically decreased. Tyrion's plans also resulted with the food and gold being unprotected, and basically led for Cersei to take it, which she did. Throughout his meeting with Cersei, Tyrion even confessed that he is the one preventing House Lannister from falling. Tyrion and Cersei made a deal and they're meeting exactly when the camera cut away, and it's Tyrion who told Cersei to promise Jon and Dany to help them in the wars to come. Tyrion realized Cersei is pregnant, and he's probably working to put that Lannister on the throne, ensuring his house's future, even though Cersei will have a miscarriage in the Season 8 premiere, but that's irrelevant. How else could you explain why Cersei just moments ago refused to help them in the war against the dead, only to a bit later after her meeting with Tyrion come back at the Dragon Pit and promise Dany to aid them, even though she will not? Why would she change her mind all of a sudden? Tyrion knew Cersei was not going to go north as she said it herself to all of them a bit earlier, and so he told her to lie about it for now. Tyrion told her to make a false promise of supporting them with the troops, and that way buy more time to improve her armies. Also, how likely is that Tyrion, loyal to Dany, would not see through Cersei's lies? Tyrion is said to read people and their intentions as easily as he reads books, which has been proven right multiple times throughout the series, but he fails to read through Cersei? He actually fails to read through Cersei's intention and he believes Cersei will send help? Tyrion and Cersei most likely made a deal in their meeting exactly when the camera cut away, and it's Tyrion who told Cersei to agree with Jon and Dany and to promise them the help in the wars to come. Having earlier in the same episode seen Tyrion emphasize the value of a good lie to Jon Snow, it's reasonable to believe he'd stress this to his sister behind closed doors. Tyrion cut a deal with Cersei. He knew she was not going to go north, and he told her to lie about it. Even the scene in which Cersei reveals her true intention to Jaime could be seen as a proof that Tyrion has already betrayed Dany. Cersei says to Jaime, "You were always the dumbest Lannister." This is in reference to him falling for her lie, but Tyrion was also there and is also a Lannister. If he fell for her lie as well, it would be an odd phrase for her to use. I feel like her attitude and phrasing implies that Tyrion was in on the lie. Basically, Tyrion works for the best of his family, for Cersei, but at the same time not for the best of the living. Anyways, back to the trial. Bran Stark will use his greenside powers during this trial and take us back to the first season. Bran will recall something Tyrion said to his mother Catelyn Stark in the first season. It's Tyrion's statement about his family. There's another thing we know. Tyrion will say they deserve it, implying that the people of King's Landing deserve to die. Tyrion is full of anger. The most dramatic moment of the trial will be Tyrion falling on his knees in the middle of the speech, dragged down by his actions. He also will not be able to ask for a trial by combat. Freaky Doctor doesn't know how Tyrion will be executed because, unlike the trial, his death was not filmed in Seville but in the studio. My guess is Drogon will do it, and here we see it. He also mentions that there will not be much of a snow at the Dragon Pit as most of it already melted down at this point of the season, meaning the winter is most likely over by the time Tyrion is being under trial, and it perfectly matches with the shot from the trailer as well. This Tyrion's betrayal might have even been foretold in the prophecy in the books. In George R. R. Martin novels, Dany hears a prophecy in the House of the Undying that leads her to believe she will face 3 key betrayals. The prophecy says 3 treasons will you know, once for blood, and once for gold, and once for love. While this exact prophecy never made it into the show, the betrayal certainly did. In Season 1, Mirri Maz Duur killed her unborn son to save Drogo's life. This is a treason for blood, since Mirri Maz Duur betrayed her in revenge for the attack on her village, and the actual ritual only returns Drogo to a vegetative state, while causing her son to die in her womb. Jorah betrayed Dany for gold as he spied on Dany for King Robert, hired by Varys in exchange for gold. The only one treason left is the one for love, and that would be Tyrion, marking the biggest plot twist of the series. Besides Dany's love for Tyrion that fulfills that part of the prophecy, Dany was also warned in the novel A Dance with Dragons not to trust Tyrion with this prophecy. Soon comes the Pale Mare, and after her the others: Kraken and Dark Flame, Lion and Griffin, the Sun's Son and the Mummer's Dragon. Trust none of them. Remember the Undying. Beware the Perfumed Seneschal. Lion, the House Lannister sigil, is widely accepted to be Tyrion Lannister. All these clues and hints, along with the most reliable source releasing Season 8 leaks that claim that Tyrion is going to be in the season finale under trial for his treason, makes this huge plot twist almost a certain thing, especially now that the trailer has been released. A few shots seem to be confirming it. Tyrion has survived 2 trials thus far, but this, the 3rd one, seems to be an end for him. If true, I honestly won't feel bad for Tyrion, but I'll feel bad for Jaime, who saved the city from the Mad King, and will possibly save it from Cersei as well during the final season, only to see its sibling Tyrion burning everything and everyone down. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.